Gravel red. Red would be better because she has the AoE drop in and the extra damage. Waifu is the same. Waifu would be fine. But as it stands, this is where we're going to be at. Like I said again, if you're using a team this low, you don't do what I'm doing. Doesn't really matter which way you deploy Myrtle, sorry. Okay, so here comes our Super Spooter number 1. Now, the big thing with these spiders is that they're going to recloak. You want to get that spider uncloaked somewhere in between these two. So remember that their range is these 3 tiles here. So you want to make sure it's on this tile. There's no if, buts, or maybes about that. Make sure it's blowing up before you pull anything away. That is also the absolute number 1. So from here, now we're just going to start deploying. Whoop. Now Curry is looking a bit not great, so I'm just going to wait and see if he can get that last thing out. Doesn't look like he's going to. No, he's not. That's alright. Doesn't matter. We'll pop out Cardigan. Okay, so here we go. We're watching the spider again. Make sure it doesn't get too close to Gummy. Voila. Now you want that fast redeploy out as soon as possible. That's not up for debate. That is absolutely not up for debate. We're going to put Spot. No, we're not going to use Spot at all, actually. Sorry, Spot. So again, here we go. That one's pretty healthy. Orchard skill. And there it goes. Pull it back. Just make sure you're cycling Cardigan skill though. That is pretty important because those spiders are going to hit her like a freight train. Especially if, like right now, unless that spider stops and takes a break, the odds that Shaw's skill is going to be ready as soon as that spider gets there, very slim. So we're going to watch Shaw. Yep, there it goes. Good. Fantastic. Pop in our fast redeploy. Pull her out. Cardigan skill to top her up. Make sure she's good and healthy. Now also, the reason you'll notice that I suggest a fast redeploy, a wide range healer. The reason I suggest a wide range healer here is because you'll notice it just happened right there. That caster is always going to attack Armia. You don't want to have a caster here because if those spiders get too close, you're going to lose the whole line. Full stop. Worst case scenario, if it gets too close, you're going to lose Gummy, and you can survive there without Gummy. I've got Spot, got Courier, I can replace them, that's not an issue. But if a spider gets into this cell and just wipes out, say, Armia, or your primary form of DPS there, tank, then you're just gonna, you're gonna be lost. So you want a wide range healer there, just to keep Armia topped up until they get in range of Gummy, and then Gummy will take care of it. So he comes our next Spooter. Gravel in, we'll use the skill. There it goes, pull her out. Cycle some skillage. Pop up Cardigan. And also, another thing is, the reason you actually want your best defender on this bottom line is these guys. They hit with arts. So, yeah, the last thing... There's also a couple of Sandstorm shielded guys that should come through a little bit closer to the end. These guys deal some big damage, but they're big slow damage, so you can just put any defender here and they'll tend to shrug off the damage. It's not an issue. But this bottom defender is the one you need to make sure that can hold themselves. If you've got a defender that can attack out an extra cell, you'll tend to point them down to assist here. So see these guys that are just now in there, they'll obviously be helping out. So since they're there, use Beagle's skill. Here comes our next Spooter. It's me not paying attention. Now, in the event that you have got... Here are shielded fellows, by the way. In the event that these spiders do come quicker than your fast redeployers cycling, which may happen, you have another defender, or you've got whatever you've got here. I brought Spot. You've got Courier, and you've got your fast redeploy. This is in the event that your fast redeploy, for whatever reason, doesn't cycle in time. So you just go, oh, okay, my fast redeploy isn't ready. Courier. Pull Courier out. So I've lost my tank. Spot in. Spot skill. Now this is it. So I'm gonna... The important part about Mer, and the reason I pick her over any other deployment, any other healer, is that when you deploy her, she heals instantly. She heals all operators. I believe it's in her field instantly, but it may be map wide. So I bring her for situations like this where Gummy's getting hammered. And as you can see, Gummy's just been topped straight back up. No dramas. This guy will take a little bit of pushing. There he goes. So I have no need of these operators anymore because he's the last one. Pull them all back. We'll use Orchard's skill. And I'm going to cheese him a bit with my fast redeploy. And they're going to kill him there.
Mission accomplished.
And that's it. Except I forgot to bring a support unit. Sorry. Sorry to whoever's support unit I didn't use. So yeah, that's it. That's today's. As you can see, I didn't bring anything too special. The only 5-star is given to you at the start of the game. Oh no, I brought Salen, but I did say that I would prefer to use Pure Stream because I think Pure Stream is probably one of the best extended range healers in the game. Because you can actually throw her. Her skills actually warrant her as a better support healer. So yeah, if I had Pure Stream in a position to be used, I would use her, but outside of that, Salen's fine. So yeah, that's the team. That's today's contingency contract. As an S, with the spider bonus that they make you do. Like I said, technically you probably... I mean, I've shown it with a very simple group. It's not, you know... I haven't shown it with anything too special, but... I mean, if you're struggling, if you're finding that those spiders just simply are not dying, which they should be... then just yank that out and do it alone. Do the spider mission alone. Like I said, also, you can bring a support unit that's not going to hurt anything. You'll still get your 8 stars, so... Yeah, you can use any pusher. Any pusher. You don't have to use Shaw, you can use... what am I after? Specialists. So you can use Weedy, you can use F-Feeder, or Feeder, whatever you want to call her. Waifu... That's it, actually. That is it. So, Waifu, Shaw, and Feeder, Weedy. That's it. That's all you get. Weedy's a bit cheesy because it can actually deploy a cannon and cheese things a little harder on the fire cells, but yeah, they can all sit on the elevated. So yeah, that's it. You don't need big old fancy healers. The one thing is just keeping Armia alive on that cell that she's on. That's the only other thing you got to worry about. Beagle, as you saw, took very little damage, so, you know, you could probably altogether just yank Salen and go. No. Ansel. I wouldn't probably go with Ansel. If you're going to use one of these two, I would probably pick Hibiscus over Ansel. Suzaru. Suzaru is a common one. Everybody loves Suzaru. Suzaru. Yeah, everybody seems to like Suzaru. And then obviously you just get into the higher ones that you... Gavial. It doesn't matter who you use. Like I said, I would use Pure Stream and I would use... Skill 2, I think. No, I probably wouldn't actually. I'd probably use skill 1. So I mean, if you've got Pure Stream set as support, because I think your Pure Stream's in a pretty good spot. I probably won't ever find it. Oh, there it is. So I'll just do a quick run through again. I'll yank out Salen just for the sake of showing. Actually, I'll throw in one. I'll throw in one of these two that I was talking about. I don't know. I'll use Ansel.
いつでも行けますよ。
So just, this isn't, you know, this is more of a just showing the point. That, she's a better option.
行動開始します。
So,
敵が来ます。
and just to go over it all again for you guys that are watching live. So courier first. You can use any. I would use a 2, as long as they're 2 block. Use a 2 block Vanguard. Don't use a 1 block Vanguard. That is the important thing. Use a 2 block Vanguard.
みんな助けに来たよ。
I also use Shaw, by the way, because Shaw's the cheapest. That's the other reason I use Shaw. Shaw is the cheapest. You won't have another pusher that is cheaper than Shaw. And especially with the spiders, you really don't want to be delaying your pusher. So, I was thinking too much.
きっと配置につい
1
た
in. Whoop, not there. 2
わか
in.
りました。
So here comes our first Spooter. It has conveniently and nicely, very politely stopped for us.
消火器噴射します。
Off he goes. On his merry little way.
リンゴちゃん、
So
もうよろしくね。いい場所ね。
here we go. Pop in our fast redeploy. It gets nuked. It dies happily. Cue a stream in. Which way, which way, which way? Probably facing down. Yeah, facing down. Because these long-range medics have a really, really janky extended range. And I use quotey fingers there. I actually select her and pause. Okay, so her actual, as most of you probably know, they do start off, all these cells up here, I know that's kind of small, sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Her actual healing range outside of what is considered her normal is reduced by like 70% or reduced to 70%. I don't know, one or the other. Anyway, her actual, what is considered normal healing range is like these 5 cells immediately around her. So that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and this one that's the second one ahead of her. Anything outside that's getting reduced healing. So aim them down, because Army is only going to be taking 1 hit, so she only needs to be topped up. She doesn't need healing, she only needs to be topped up. So aim it down so your tanks get the full healing effect. So here comes our next Spooter, and it's gonna actually cause issues. Maybe, 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 maybe. Oh, there it goes, cool. I just wanted to get that last thing out on courier. So, Cardigan in. Whoop. Been a bit lazy there. Been very lazy there. Been ridiculously lazy there. That was a big cock up on my end. Sorry, I wasn't paying any attention. I was too busy talking. But I suppose it's a good example of how you can still recover with this group. I'm still expecting Cardigan to probably get killed. So I'm just going to wait for this next hit. Use that. Make sure Cardigan's topped. Use that skill. And more. Pull it back. So as you can see, Spot's still fine. Now look, alternative to this, because these deployment points are going to go up, if you're super, super concerned about your tank here, if you are really concerned about them, just pop a healer in. You can use army of skill 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter. So look, as you can see, because Pure Stream's aimed down, Spot and Gummy will get her full healing effect. Spot's fine. He won't be too great once the red one, this one over here, comes out and comes up to him, but that's alright. Pure Stream's skill will be back by then. He can self-heal, so we'll activate his skill then. Gummy will be healing him as well. Sweet as, it's not a massive drama. So we'll use Ansel's skill, just because why not? Here comes our Spooter. There goes our Spooter. So Army's skill is activated, that's perfectly fine. So we'll go Spot's skill. Let's see how quickly he pulls out a heal. He looks okay. I'll just keep an eye on him though. Army is making decent work of that guy. Yep, he looks alright. So that spider's killed itself, so I don't need to put my fast redeploy in there. Once again, timing on the push is bad, so we're just gonna have to watch Cardigan. Her skill's about to come up, but she has Ansel supporting. Not a huge issue. Now this fellow here, the second one, is the one we're gonna have to worry about a bit. The spider's also in a janky spot. There it goes. Pure Stream skill. Ansel's skill. So as you can see, Spot's probably gonna die. Unless his own skill cycles, he will probably go. Oh no, there he goes. That's sweet. And he'll eventually get shoved. Yep. So once he gets shoved, you can pull all these down. And it doesn't really matter. Like I said, just cheese him on the tiles. Just cheese him on the fire tiles. That's it. So yeah, with Pure Stream, you can still get it done. You still get all your skill bonuses for bringing a support unit. And now, as I said, Shade's support unit should... I think it'll show. It might only give it for the actual map of the week. Yeah, I think it only gives it for the map of the week, so the daily map probably doesn't give it, so which is a bit of a shame. But you'll see... maybe. If I can find one. There. On the corner here, is 12. So that means somebody's used that support unit up to difficulty 12. Whatever difficulty 12 entails. So, all that. So that's why you bring a support unit, and don't always bring the same friend support unit. I mean, you can't anyway, but if you're trying it on different days, for example, don't keep bringing the same friend. Share it out. Share it across your entire friends list, alright? Because at the cycle of every day, they'll get credits for the credit store based on... I think it actually bases itself on how high you got with that support unit, but still, I mean, you know, if you did it on 3 with one of your friends, give it to another friend, you know, that you see doesn't have some credits. And, you know, that's just being nice to your mates. Give them some credit store bonus, alright? So that's day 1. As I said, that map's super simple. That map very rarely changes. There are some janky ones sometimes. That spider is... yeah. I think the spider one's always there, but that one usually isn't, to the best of my knowledge. Anyway, it's always the same. So once you get that map down perfect, it never changes. And if it does change, it doesn't take much to swap it around. The idea is always push up onto the fire pads and just do your best to keep enemies on those fire pads. So slowers. But you always want one solid damage dealer up here, because those chonky boys that come through, the rock breakers, those are gonna ruin your life, alright? I use Armia because she melts stuff. I mean, it says they're weak against defense, but so you can put an archer up here, face an archer across this way. Sometimes you'll get something which doesn't allow you to bring casters. So, you know, use common sense, bring what you think's appropriate, but always try and bring one slower. Especially if you've got nasty spooters, because you want to make sure those spiders are slowed as much as possible, because if for whatever reason your fast redeploy dies, whether it just be a freak accident, if it dies to a freak accident, you want to make sure that your supporters are slowing that spider before it gets anywhere that it's going to do real damage. That's it, guys. This video is a lot longer than I wanted it to be, because I had to talk about the support units, because not a lot of people utilize them. Because they think if they use a support unit, they're going to lose their rank. It's not the case. It may have been the case originally, but it's not anymore. It behooves, it's my word of the week, it behooves you to bring a support unit because it benefits your friends, or it benefits the friend that you use. And as I said, you can always check, because they've always got anyone who's support unit, like these are my recommended friends, for example, like these aren't my friends. These people, these 4. These 4 aren't on my friends list, but I can see that this suit has been used to clear up to rank 12. So I wouldn't use that person, for example. I'd find someone else who doesn't have a little blue dog ear on them. It's just food for thought for you guys for when you're clearing this. It must only occur on the weekly map, because like I said, if it worked on the daily maps, I would see a dog ear on Shade's pure stream. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's today. I'm not going to do the weekly today because The weekly's going to take me a long time to sort of work through. Yeah, it seems like they changed it for contingency contracts. I did check it. Yeah, I did check it on this one at least, the daily. I assume the weekly's the same. The event one is the same. And yeah, just like I said, think of your friends, bring a support unit even if you don't plan to use it. Like, I don't know. For this one, for example, let's go with this bagpipe. This bagpipe's level 1. It's E2 level 1. I wouldn't use it because my bagpipe is 60, so I wouldn't use it. But for the sake of argument, let's say I didn't want to. But you know, let's just say Dark Kirby's my friend of the day. I'll bring his bagpipe, even if I don't use her, and that'll give him some credits at the beginning of every day. Yeah, food for thought when you're helping your mates out.